Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Prestige Collection New Holland T7.300 with the PLM Intelligence. Welcome back to Winters Mall Farms. We are three brothers who have over 900 toys in our farm toy collection, most of them being 1:64 scale. And this review is going to be on this tractor here. As we see, right off the bat, I will say $25 is what we paid for it at a farm show up in Iowa. And it is a little pricey in my opinion, but we're gonna dive into this and see if it was worth it or not. So the packaging it comes in, being a Prestige, has the nice display window here. So if you wanted to leave that in the box, you can still see the model and everything. But we're going to take that out here in a second. So you also see it is for older collectors with all the finer details. I'm sure somebody younger could have it just fine, but they do make a play version of these as well. It might be a different model number, but they do have a T7 play version out as well. So the side here gives us a little bit of details there. So this has the T7 long wheelbase, 260 engine horsepower, 230 PTO horsepower, and it's fully integrated with the PLM Intelligence platform. On the other side over here, we get a nice picture of it. It looks really sharp. Then on the rear, you kind of see the focus more on that PLM Intelligence there on the screen, and then your control arm here with all the controls. And the top, not a whole lot there. So we'll get this thing out of the packaging. And we did open this previously and just get all the ties and stuff off the bottom so we could quickly open it, but it is all tied in normally when you will open that. So first impressions of this when I pull it out of the package is it's got a ton of detail, and it is made by Ertl, but it definitely, to me, like when I just look at it, reminds me of a spec cast level quality detail. So we've just got, we'll start I guess with the cab here. We've got flashers. This one appears to be a little bit loose, but we've got flashers, mirrors, lights sticking off. And these are like a soft, like plastic rubbery stuff. So it can take a little bit of bending without breaking, versus like the hard plastic that normally SpecCast uses breaks if you bump it. This seems to have some flex. It's got handrails up here as well. I think those lights look really sharp. Around the cab, we've got lights, and they actually kind of stick off the cab a little bit, so that's pretty nice. We do have a sunroof you can see through. Our GPS here. The cab roof is totally different than a lot of the older T7s, and then a newer style GPS. We've even got this on the rear here sticking off. I don't really know what that is, if that's a light or what, or maybe a camera. I'm not sure. Someone knows what that is, let me know. We've got our work lights here on the fenders, tail lights. Got the fenders with the nice big plastic overhang there, kind of keep the mud from slinging off. I really like the looks of that. We've got our front fenders, really big front fenders. They look sharp as well. Now the front doesn't have any front weights or anything like that, but it still looks okay. I would like to see some weights on there, or like a hitch, like some of them have. The headlights are painted on. We get little lights down there. And then the black up here, it's kind of a flat black. And then you can see a New Holland decal as well right there. The sides got the newer style decaling. See T7.300 with New Holland. Trying to get to focus, there we go. And then we got our DEF fluid, I guess goes in there. And then I don't see the diesel cap, but, or maybe that's for the diesel. Anyways, got this big O exhaust pipe over here as well. The wheels and tires are pretty decent. They're nice and thick there. Pretty much the same tires that Ertl's been using on the front of a lot of these smaller New Holland tractors and case tractors for a while there, and some of the bigger ones as well. And then the rear, same thing. You've seen this before on some of the Ertl New Holland toy tractors. When we get around to the rear, you do have a movable 3-point hitch. You can see it's got actually quite the range of motion, more than what would be really needed. So you can see all these pieces move here. The hitch is, the drawbar is small enough that you're not going to be able to fit any Ertl implements on that, but it does have a more realistic look. But like I said, the downside to that is you're not going to be able to hook your implements up. You can see some detail under here on the rear. See what's going on down there. We've also got, if you look up here where your hydraulic hookups would be, so that looks decent as well. The interior of the cab is got a blue seat, and we've also got our steering wheel's got some detail. If you can see there on the steering wheel, some like blue and some other color. There's like a sticker on the center of that steering wheel with some detail, and then our screen in here has got all sorts of detail, so that looks fantastic in there. So you can see the screen there as well. So the inside of this cab, I think they've done a really fantastic job showing detail. You can see your pedals down there on the floor, and they've even got detail on them and everything else. So overall, pretty great tractor. Just show you, kind of compare it to a few things. Here's a T77 or 7070, and this thing has been, you know, around for a while. It's a little bit older, but you can kind of see it's got the same tires there, but they've gotten away from the stickers, which I'm glad, because those seem to peel. Then a little bit newer T7. This one's an Ertl T7.300. So you can see with it, you know, there's quite a bit of updates over this older casting. And then kind of a comparison here, the spec cast T7.300. So, you know, this has a ton of detail. We've done a video several years ago on our channel for this thing. So if you want to see that, you can go look it up. But the detail compared to the spec cast is pretty close. There's obviously some differences, but the detail level is very, very similar between the two. So one more thing is the front axle does oscillate a little, and it doesn't really steer, but it does wiggle just enough where it kind of almost seems like it does. But anyways, that's what we got for the T7.300. Let me know if you've got one of these or one of the other New Holland T7s that have come out recently, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.